I think that if you're using complex features, you should reduce the complexity, only use what you need, try and make sure you understand what it does, and as far as possible, have local copies. Now, JavaScript doesn't always run brilliantly, on older browsers, and I'm sure some newer browsers are going to break compatibility as well. But I think if you have a mind to actually use the tools as they're designed, understand what you're doing, I don't see a big problem in using these big JavaScript libraries like jQuery and all the other things. Any other questions? I think there was one over there. Yes, the gentleman in that row.
Hello, my name is Radu, and you're talking about making apps for browsers. My concern as a developer, I want to do anything. If I want to do multi-process, I do multi-processes. If I want to do threading, I do threading. Mm-hmm. And I feel that browsers in general are sandbox.
Yeah.
How can you convince me to give up usage of all the things that Android can give me for system access, threading, and go for this sandbox mode in a browser?
You raise an excellent point, and the first thing I should say is that I've been lying to you. HTML5 isn't perfect for everything, and if you need really fine-grained control of the hardware, if you need to be able to do all that very discrete memory mapping, at the moment you probably don't want to be using HTML5. If you're using something like Firefox OS, where every app can access all the system resources, that's fine. Browser engines, as we've seen with the new iOS that's come out, are improving a lot more and will give you a lot more fine-grained control. I think for the majority of us, this is what I see for the apps that I use, most people aren't taking advantage of the hardware in the phone to such a great extent. Should they be? Maybe. If you're writing really intensive 3D games, well, there are good 3D JavaScript libraries and OpenGL, which is coming along. But yeah, for some apps, you almost certainly do want to use native code. Or you go for the hybrid approach, which is you do everything in HTML5, and then you put a wrapper around it, something like PhoneGap. There's another one whose name escapes me, which will allow you to do some system calls. So you can bridge HTML5 to write the UI, and JavaScript for all the interaction, and then a little bit of PhoneGap to do the heavy lifting on your hardware. I hope that answers your question. If not, come see me.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Any more for any more?
Yes, there were lots of hands in the back.
Lots of hands in the back.
In the back.
Run faster.
Hi, my name is George. At some point you've talked about Firefox OS, that it allows you to save an offline version of your app.
That's right.
For example, let's say the online version gets updated. Will the offline version get updated as well? Or which one will be run, the online or the offline not updated version?
That's up to you as a developer. So you can say, next time you come online, just check the version number, and if what's local is lower than what's new, download the new assets in JavaScript, or you can just leave it there. You can do, let me just see if I can show you this. There's a store for Firefox OS, they call it Firefox Marketplace, Firefox Market, and you can push updates to there, which will then get pushed down to the phone. So you have the choice. I would almost always say you probably want, next time the phone goes online, for it to download the newer version. But if you're doing something with 10 megabytes worth of sprites and all sorts of things like that, which might hurt someone's data connection, maybe you don't. But the choice is yours.
Yeah, so from a user perspective, the new version can be automatically updated.
Yeah, it can be seamless. It's interesting. How many people here have apps which they never use, but about every 3 months they get a little update thing saying so-and-so app has updated, and you go, oh yeah, I do it. So that's one way that you can remind the user, hey, I'm still here and on your phone. But if it's something like Facebook, if you're using an app if you've written an app which someone's going to use all the time, then I think you should just silently update it in the background. Users don't care that it's been updated, just that the functionality is there. Okay.
Thanks.
Who is next?